Agents always ask me, they say, Devin, I just got a buyer lead. What do I do now? Well, this is our process on how we convert most of the buyer leads that we get so it's as easy as it can be. Step 1, make it magical. Deliver a wow, and here's what that means. If I invite you to coffee, and you show up and we go to a Starbucks, you're probably not going to be wowed by that experience. But if I invite you to coffee and I bring you over to my house and I have these fresh beans from South Australia and I just imported them in for this meeting, and then I've got this hand French press coffee machine that puts it and turns it into this amazing espresso. And then I have this milk that I milked myself this morning for our meeting. You're probably gonna be pretty gosh darn wowed. And so when a buyer comes in and you meet them, you have to do more than they expect an agent to do. And here's our process and how we've systematized the wow. The first thing we do is we get the appointment immediately, same day or next day. Give them what they want, get them in the property as soon as possible. Then send a text message with an image of your business card, or better, have a biography about yourself with testimonials and with photos of you and the family and the kids and your little dogs, and give them a reason to care. Then when the buyer comes in and let's say they requested to see this specific property, what I always do is I will go find 2 more properties that are just like this one or better, and I will text them a link and say, hey Cliff, what do you think of these 2? This one's priced at this and this one's priced at this. They could be worthy competitors. What are your thoughts? Or if the client is off island or out of state or they're international, then what you want to do is you want to schedule a virtual tour. The name of the game is get in front of them, get the appointment. You're not going to sell them the house that they see right away. You're going to build a relationship, and then eventually, if you do a good job, you'll sell them a property. But the only way you do that is to get to meet them, which if they're out of state, you have to do a virtual appointment. Next, if you're using Zillow, Zillow has a little friend request button. It can say send to be their friend, and it will show you all the properties that they've been looking at since the beginning of time. And then if they favored another property, you get notified, especially if you have Follow Up Boss account. It just do these little details to make your life easier in the future, and it also allows you to deliver a better experience to the buyer. Now, when you're on your way to that appointment, a rule we have is the rule of 3. We don't show 1, we don't show 2, we show 3 properties the same day, that first meeting. So I never show up to a meeting with just 1 house to look at. I say, hey, here's our itinerary for the day. I actually set up these 2 other ones that I thought you might like. And what it does is it gives you more time with them to build that relationship and kind of get along with them. And going to those 2 other properties, they're not expecting you to be prepared with that. It makes you stand out from all the other agents in the marketplace. And then when you're on your way, or when you actually meet them in person, here's what you're going to bring with you. 1, you're going to have your buyer packet. This is everything about buying a home in your market, why they should buy, not how it works. Don't tell them how the car engine operates on fuel valves. Tell them why it's so good. What is the feeling that comes with owning the Ferrari, not how the Ferrari works. Bring a bio about yourself, something you can prove to them. Have your MLS sheets ready with those 3 different properties. Have a buyer roadmap explaining the roadmap process for them, and then make sure you have your buyer rep agreements. I show up to every appointment with those, and then if you're really an all-star, you bring a gift. I've started doing charcuterie boxes, just little cheese boards, cute little fancy ones. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. I actually showed a property for one of our agents the other day, and she called me last minute saying, I'm not gonna make this meeting in time. It's $1 million buyer. Can you jump in? I was like, oh shit, I got like 30 minutes, I'm gonna be late, whatever. At the time, Kristen, my partner, had a bunch of charcuterie boxes in our fridge, coincidentally. So I grabbed one, I grabbed some seltzer waters, I printed the packet, and I was out the door. I go to meet them, and when I walked into the meeting to meet with this buyer, he was already in the listing with the listing agent. They were already yapping about stuff to each other. I was like, ah, dang, I'm kind of behind the 8 ball here. But I came in, I introduced myself, and the buyer was like, hey, nice to meet you, whatever. It was like, what are you doing here? What do you want? But then I came up and I was like, hey, look, you're buying $1 million home. I made you a cheese board and brought you some seltzer waters, because it's like, if we're gonna be touring some nice properties, you better have some nice snacks. And I said just that. And I watched his guard go from like, who are you, to, oh, wow. That's really kind of you. I love cheese. I love seltzer water. Cool, thank you. And we ended up signing and converting him as a client. And it's not that the gift did everything, but it's such an easy icebreaker that costs nothing and means everything. It's you taking the first step. A couple easy little tips to remember. One, I text the client an hour before or 30 minutes before. I'll say, hey, I'm a little early, signaling that you're a pro. Here's a pin, a location of where to park. Because in a little bit, you're gonna actually probably ask your buyer to sign a document to pay you $10, $20, $30,000. We don't want them frazzled, looking for parking, hard to find stuff. We wanna say, park here, let me make it easy so that by the time they roll up, it's smooth. Text them that part, pin. Also tell them that in that text, I have a little bit of paperwork that I'll have to have you fill out before we go inside. Just a heads up. Now you do this 10 to 30 minutes before the appointment, no earlier. You don't send this way ahead of time. And then in your packet, you'll have your buyer's rep agreement that you're now required to have. And when you explain that to them, here's what I say. I'll say, hey, Cliff, Mr. Buyer, have you seen one of these before? He'll say no. I'll be like, okay, can I walk you through it? Because there was some recent rule changes around going into properties. They now require a little bit more authentication of who's going into the homes. He'll say, go on. I'll say, okay, this is called a buyer's rep agreement. It allows me to do a few things. One, says we're gonna go into this person's home. We're gonna be respectful, we're gonna be mindful, we're gonna turn off the lights, all these things. He's like, oh, no problem. Second one, it says that I'm working with you. The listing agent is working with the seller exclusively. The listing agent works only for them. I work only for you. Also, third part, very important, this outlines how commission is paid. So it says, if you purchase a home, I am allowed to get paid on this transaction. That our fee is 3% of the sales price. I wanna make sure you get a copy of this before we go inside. Can I have you sign this, please? And sometimes they say, do I have to? And you just say, yes, please. And that's it. You don't add too much energy. So far this year, we have not had anybody refuse to sign the buyer's agreement. And if you have, that means you're probably presenting it in a more challenging than it has to be way. Now, very last step, you did the home tours, you showed them the property, you're going to the next one, you're done with this. You are about to wrap up the buyer showings for this new client that you've just signed. You are going to BAMFAM, B-A-M-F-A-M. You're going to book a meeting from a meeting. So you're never going to leave the meeting without booking the next meeting. And here's all it sounds like. It says, Cliff, hey, this worked out really well. I'm glad we can meet up today. I've got a couple other places in mind that I think are really good fits. Ooh, today is Friday. What's your schedule like this weekend? Do you have any time Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon to see a few more places? And ideally they say yes, and you say, great. Can I meet you at the Starbucks around the corner and then we'll go to those properties? I like to walk my buyers through the do's and don'ts of home buying. Is that okay to you, or are you opposed to that? Nobody's opposed to it. So you've done showing, seen 3 properties, booked the next meeting, you do a buyer consult at a Starbucks, and then you go do more showings. That is the process to win a client. That is what we call the buyer agent checklist. If you like this video, I please ask you to subscribe. I know, please do it anyway. And then this will be somewhere in the description below because it's a list of everything I just covered. If you have any questions, send me a DM at my Instagram. I'll always respond. Aloha.